So today we're going to be replacing a thermostat on a Saab 9-3 model year 2004. And first thing we're going to do is just use a turkey baster here to get out the coolant. We removed the 2 bolts already here. Okay, so now we're going to pull out the splash shield, and you kind of have to wiggle your way behind it. Okay. And this is what it looks like. So the back has this clip here, see? So it sits kind of here and it touches behind this notch here. Now I'm going to show you what the other part looks like. So that's the part here. Let me zoom in, and that's what it's attaching to. So that gives us now access to thermostat, which is this part right here, and it's got bolts. So maybe let me point at them with the screwdriver here. So one of them is here, the other one's here, and then the third one you see here. Before you remove the thermostat, also put a pan underneath, because we're gonna still have some coolant come out when we remove the thermostat. Okay, so we're removing the first bolt, and now, you know, when you lift it up, make sure that the bolt stays there, it doesn't go with it, and then we'll just raise it with a magnet. There we go. We're going to repeat that with the remaining bolts. So got one bolt out, one's there. So for the next bolt, we're going to use the smaller extensions that allow a little bit of kind of wiggle room. Look, so look like this. They actually end like this. So here's our 10mm socket we're adding to it. Now we're going to go in and we're going to loosen up the second bolt there. So here it is. And it's got a little bit different torque feeling when you go this way, because obviously you got the angle that's different. I'm just doing it by hand now from this point on. And again, you know, got to make sure we do not lose the bolt. So I'm gonna add the magnet to it. I guess I could use the rest by hand. It seems wiggly enough. Oh yeah, there we go. So here's our second bolt. Looks like this. So on the last bolt here, I'm just checking, you know, I tightened it a little bit and then I'm rotating it, and it's roughly at 7, 8, maybe 9 Newton meters that it was tightened to a factory. So what we did now for this last bolt here, I'll show you just this in a moment. So we took a 10mm socket here, but we put it on a 1/4-inch drive, because that allows us, see, there's a really narrow passage here, and then you can get to that bolt down there really easily. So that gap there is just perfectly lines up. So we'll show that to you in a moment. This is how we're gonna go in now. I'll just show it to you. We'll go here, and then we'll be here, like to the bolt. And I'm just using a 1/4-inch drive here now. So we're just undoing it by hand here, and then I gotta pull it out with the magnet. Can you see it from there or not?
No.
Okay, so I'll come out with this, and I'll just have to pull it out with the magnet now. There you go. There you go. So here's our thermostat. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just lift it slightly, move it to the side, and then we're going to wiggle our way out. You see, this
Okay,
is
so
what
this
the
is now
thermostat is.
the original thermostat, and here's the
Underneath,
replacement.
pay attention
so
to
you see
the
the
position of it.
gasket kind of,
I'll try to move the light
the
a little
rubber
bit so we can.
gasket goes
Okay, so I push the
around
siding,
this, and essentially we gotta just
excuse me,
lift
the
it
housing
this
sideways.
way, right? So that
I just gotta
direction
lift up the thermostat.
and just insert this one back in. This is the replacement part number for the thermostat we're replacing. That comes with a seal.
Okay, so I'm gonna come down with the needle nose pliers. And I'll just try and grab it and lift it. There you go. Well, it came out a little bit faster than I thought. Because I'm grabbing the housing from the other side and pulling a little bit hard on it. And it goes really easily in this way, see? And now I'm gonna rotate it counterclockwise here. And it seems like locking it in, like it locks it in when I do this. So, not sure if that's what it feels like, so. Okay, now we're gonna put the screws back on. We're gonna clean a little bit around the housing here still, but that should do it. Okay, so now we're gonna put the housing over. So going back. Okay. Good. Okay. Okay. So I got that bolt going in right now. Okay, this is now pretty tight. I'm gonna just loosen it up slightly so we can get the other ones done as well. And I gotta be careful not to lose my socket in there. Can do it from this angle. Maybe better. Just gotta push it on. There you go. Okay. Okay, so here's our last bolt. Got it in. With the socket. Magnets out of the way. And now keep in mind, you have to kind of come in at an angle because it's the surface area is not flat there, horizontal, but it's slightly leaning towards the back of the vehicle, right? So there you go. So this one's tight. Let's get the back one tight. I just find it. There you go, so that's about 8. Okay, so now we're going to put the splash shield back on. Remember this clips in here, right here. So we'll just have to line that up. So here we go. So you kind of feel it snap in. Then we just put the 2 bolts in. We're held with a 10mm socket. I'm gonna start them by hand. And then you just, tighten it just within reason. That's plenty, perfect. Okay, we're gonna add the coolant now. There you go. And then we'll start the engine, see if we need to add coolant. And once this settles, any bubbles come out of the system, this completes the job. So thank you for watching and hope this was helpful.